Hello friends, this is Professor Marin here and I'm going to discuss about the topic Kingdom Animalia. So आज हम लोग Kingdom Animalia के बारे में जानेंगे which has been taken from chapter 2, subject biology class 11. So let us begin. So basically we are talking about what is the how the classification of Kingdom Animalia is done. So the basic criteria for the classification of organisms here, that is animals here, are levels of organization, then circulatory system, then symmetry, then we have whether they are diploblastic or triploblastic organization, then the coelom, presence and absence of the coelom, segmentation, then presence and absence of notochord. So these are the characteristics which based on which the animals are classified. So let us again look into each in detail. So levels of organization. So how are the animals divided based on the levels of organization? So levels of organization के अंदर किस प्रकार animals को divide किया गया है. Okay, the first one is cellular level. So whether the how complex they are. जो organisms हैं animals हैं वो कितने complex हैं. So based on that is these animals have been divided here. That is cellular level, where loose cell aggregates, so there are cells which are grouped together and they are not very strongly attached to each other, but there is a division of labor, so they share, or you can say there is each function is maintained by different group of cells. Okay, for example sponges. So in case of sponges we can see the level of organization at the cellular level, where they have loose cell aggregates performing different functions. Then tissue level, where tissues are grouped into small organs. Okay, for example coelentrates. So coelentrate में क्या होता है कि tissues जो हैं वो they form small groups and each group can be considered as organs here. Okay, and that has been seen in coelentrates. Then organ level where tissues are grouped into organs again, but the complexity is higher than the second type. Okay, in case of organ level the complexity higher than the tissue level. Okay, so examples are all higher animals, even we come under higher animals. So that's again based on levels of organization. अब circulatory system. So what is the type of circulatory system? So यहाँ पे circulatory system जो भी है वो किस प्रकार का है, whether it is open type or closed type. ओपन टाइप में क्या होता है, यहाँ पे कोई ब्लड वेजल्स नहीं होते हैं एंड द ब्लड फ्लोज इन द साइनसेस. क्लोज टाइप में क्या होता है, जैसे कि वी ह्यूमन बींग्स वी डू हैव ब्लड वेजल्स and these are all closed bed blood vessels like pipes, thin pipes. Okay, so that's what there are two types under this, that is open type and closed type. So in closed type, as I said, blood flows in closed vessels. Now classification based on symmetry. Okay, symmetry is like how are they arranged, the different body parts, or you can say how is the entire organism look. Okay, does it have any symmetry? Now under this we have three types: asymmetrical, radial symmetry and bilateral symmetry. asymmetrical asymmetrical का मतलब होता है कि जहाँ पे कोई symmetry ही नहीं है. So where there is no symmetry, which is seen in sponges. So when you try to cut the sponges vertically, you will not find any proper symmetry. So एक side में थोड़ा लंबा होगा, एक side में थोड़ा छोटा होगा. Okay, even the organism when it is moving, you can see that the organism is not having any proper symmetry. Okay, that such type of organisms are called as asymmetrical. Then we have radial symmetry. Radial का मतलब होता है circular. Okay, where any plane passing through the central axis divides the body into two equal half. Okay, so that's what is radial symmetry. Now bilateral symmetry जहाँ पे body can be divided into two equal halves through one plane only. तो सिर्फ एक plane में आप cut करोगे, so it will be divided into two exact half. But any other angle if you take and try to cut the organism, it will not be a mirror image, or you can say it will not be two equal parts. Okay, so that's about the symmetry. Now based on the presence of diploplastic or triploblastic organization. So मतलब क्या होता है, डिप्लोप्लास्टिक का मतलब होता है जहाँ पे 2 embryonic layers होते हैं. Okay, that is ectoderm and endoderm. Okay, such kind of organisms are called as diploblastic. Now what about triploblastic? Triploblastic, where 3 embryonic layers are present, that is ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm. So यहाँ पे जो mesoderm होता है वो एक्स्ट्रा होता है, and that is what is triploblastic. Okay, so coelom. So based on whether the coelom is present or not. What is coelom? Coelom का मतलब होता है body cavity. Okay, body में जो होता है एक space होता है, cavity होता है, उसको coelom बोलते हैं. Then body cavity is lined by mesoderm. If the body cavity is lined by mesoderm, it is called as true coelom. Okay, then if the body cavity is not lined by mesoderm, it is called as pseudocoelom. Then no body cavity, it is acoelomate. Okay, so true coelom होता है जिसमें जो body cavity है उसका एक अलग सा पाइप जैसा होता है, that is lined, that is nothing but the mesoderm. Then in case of pseudocoelom, there is no lining at all. There are certain organisms which do not have body cavity. So keep all these terminologies in mind, because at the end I'm going to talk about the classification chart where I'll be using these terminologies. Then based on segmentation, so classification based on segmentation. Segmentation का मतलब होता है, segment का मतलब होता है part. Okay, so how is, or division, so how is the organism divided? Does it have head, thorax, abdomen, tail, whatever, so abdomen, legs, etc. Okay, so like that. So true segments, where you have the segments are called as metameres. Okay, where body is divided internally and externally. So inside the body and outside the body it is divided perfectly. So such organisms are called as true segment. They do have true segments which are called as metameres. Then presence or absence of notochord. So if notochord is present, they are called as chordates, and if they don't have notochord, they are called as non-chordates. Okay, this is the chart where you can see the entire classification, okay, with different colors to make you understand better. So this is kingdom Animalia, and here we have levels of organization basically based on cellular level and tissue, organ and organ system level. Okay, under cellular level we have Porifera phylum, which falls under this, whereas here under tissue and organ system, organ and organ system level, we have two types, that is radial and bilateral symmetry. Okay, these have these two types of symmetry. Then under radial symmetry we have the phylum Coelenterata and Ctenophora. Under bilateral symmetry again we have whether they have body cavity, whether they have pseudo cavity, or you can say false coelom, or whether they have proper, that is true coelom. Okay, again whether they have true coelom, or whether they have false coelom, or they do not have coelom. So this is, they do not have coelom, which are called as acoelomates. So example of acoelomate or the phylum which comes under acoelomate is Platyhelminthes, because they do not have body cavity. Whereas with respect to false coelom or pseudocoelomates, we have the phylum Aschelominthes. Then under true coelom or coelomate, we have Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinoderma, Hemichordata and Chordata. So this is how the kingdom, entire kingdom of Animalia is classified. I hope you understood. Thank you very much. Study well for your exam. Bye bye.